Joining us now to discuss the historic stimulus bill, member of the House Ways and Means Committee, Democratic Congressman Tom Suozzi of New York. Congressman, good morning. It's great to have you on the show. I know we've been talking a little bit about gun reform, and I want to get to that in a second. But first, let's talk about this stimulus package that was passed. What is the impact going to be for the people in your district from this bill? And it is set up that they're going to get some benefits that may expire perhaps right before the election. What kind of work are you going to do between now and then to try and ensure that those benefits actually continue and don't just remain temporary?
Well, right now we have to just celebrate this wonderful victory for the American people. There's so many great things in this bill. They're going to help real people in real ways. It's going to help beat the pandemic into the ground, and it's going to ensure that we have a real rapid economic recovery. And then we'll deal over the next couple of months with a whole bunch of other issues. We'll look at what the impacts of this bill are in helping to accomplish those objectives, and then we'll see what else we need to do. But right now, this is a massive win for the people because it's a comprehensive look at this problem that's going to have real impacts.
So, Congressman, let's talk about what is next, because as you point out, this bill was passed just with Democratic support and used a process that you guys only can access a couple of times a year. Many of the other policy initiatives would require bipartisan support in the Senate. One of those is the idea of background checks for gun sales and other gun reform measures. Do you think there's a way to get those measures passed? And do you think that the politics of this issue have evolved since the last time we grappled with it back in 2013 in the wake of the horrible Newtown shooting, in a way that's changed the calculus on whether you can actually get this done?
Well, there's a Democratic president, a Democratic Senate, and a Democratic House. We all know we need 60 votes in the Senate, and that's a big challenge. But I think that the Democrats are committed to actually getting things done. When I first ran for office, my campaign theme was Suozzi gets it done. So I think that all of us in the House and in the Senate want to actually get things done. And we know that the background checks...
Does getting it done mean getting rid of the filibuster then?
Well, we're going to have to... That's the test that we're going to go through right now. We're going to look at all these different bills that we know are popular with the American people. We'll pass them in the House, and then we'll put them to the Senate. Senator Schumer will put them up for a vote, and if he can't get it done, you'll see a mounting call for that. I don't want to get rid of the filibuster. I think the filibuster makes sense. I'd like to see bipartisan support. I'd like to see 60 votes in the Senate. I know that background checks are enormously popular with the American people. 90% of the American people support this bill. Why don't we get it done? Because people in safe seats are afraid of primaries because so few people vote in the primaries and everybody pulls to the far right in the Republican Party. So let's put that to the test. 90% of the American people want the background checks. We'll have the president advocating for this. We'll have a debate in the Senate where the people will really pay attention more than ever. It won't get lost in all the other noise. And if we can't get this done, something that's so wildly popular for the American people, that will get the debate about the filibuster again. We already know that Joe Manchin has said that he's not going to support getting rid of the filibuster. It'll be very difficult to do. But this will highlight the importance of Republicans cooperating with Democrats on things that the American people care about.
Well, and people like Senator Rick Scott of Florida will be people to watch if, in fact, that vote does come to the floor, especially in the wake of the Parkland shootings. Not someone you necessarily would have expected in the past to vote for a bill like this, but perhaps the calculus has changed. All right, Congressman, let's talk about your home state. Andrew Cuomo is under fire. A lot of questions about this looming impeachment investigation. Some thoughts that you perhaps might want to throw your hat in the ring for the governor's race. Do you think that Andrew Cuomo should tell New Yorkers that he doesn't plan to run for re-election?
You know, that's his decision. I think it would be smart on his part. It would take the temperature down a little bit and let the investigations happen. Let the investigations do what they have to do. I think a lot of times people in politics, especially executives, feel like they have to do something whenever there's a crisis. They have to do something to solve it themselves. He can't do anything now except for let the investigations happen. They have to go through the process. He has to cooperate with the process, and then the reports have to come out, and people have to decide how they feel once they see those reports. So I think that he's going to have a lot of big decisions to make. I'm sure they're going through it right now. It's the talk of the town in Washington. It's the talk throughout New York. There are a lot of new developments just yesterday.
For sure. All right, Congressman Tom Suozzi, thank you so much for getting up early with us for this conversation. We really appreciated it.